my darlings, I hope you're doing very well. In today's video we'll be talking about tattoo numbing cream. Now this is one of these spur of the moment videos where I'm just gonna ramble on about numbing cream. And what actually inspired me to do this video was a TikTok that I saw, and I did do sort of like a reaction video to it, or a stitch video to it. Well, I'm showing my age. I have no idea what the TikTok lingo is. But it was basically a girl saying that, you know, how many people have got tattooed without numbing cream, kind of like a, you know, how many out there have braved every tattoo they've got kind of deal. And there was a lot of comments under that video that this girl made that was like, oh my god, what, you can get like numbing cream, you can get numbing spray, like what is the deal with that? Like so many people didn't know, and that kind of shook me. Even though when I first started off getting tattooed, and I was very uneducated with that. I spoke about that a lot. That's one of the main reasons why I make YouTube videos about tattoos, because I want to help people not make the same mistakes as I did when I was younger. So that's my whole MO kind of deal. But even back then, when I first started getting tattooed, I knew numbing cream and numbing spray was a thing. And I don't know if it's a UK thing or not, I'm not sure, because I think this girl might have been from the US, and I don't know if it's different there or not. But I was so surprised to see so many people that were unaware about numbing cream, numbing spray, all of that jazz. But I remember when all my friends started getting tattooed and they would use numbing cream to start off with. So that's maybe why I know about numbing cream. But yes, numbing cream spray is a thing. I've personally never had numbing spray. Well, there is this spray that's meant to numb called Bactine. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it before. Bactine is pretty much a pain relieving spray. I have had something like that sprayed on me before. It did nothing for me. I felt absolutely no difference whatsoever. So I can't give a rave review about numbing spray or something like Bactine. But with the numbing cream, I have one experience of, and if you've been here for a while you'll know of that experience, and that was when I got my neck tattooed. This was like a 7-hour session tattoo that was done all in one day, and for me it's the most painful tattoo I've ever had in my tattoo getting history. And I think after about hour 3 or 4, the tattoo artist Heidi luckily had some numbing cream in her bag, because she used it for like cosmetic reasons, like filler and all of that jazz. So luckily she had some in her bag, and she's like, oh my god, I'm gonna put this on you, and then, you know, you're not gonna tap out and it's gonna be fabulous. And I was like, oh my god. And it worked like a absolute dream. I have never felt so much relief in all my life. Like, how can I compare it for those that don't know what it feels like? You know when you really need a poo and like there's no toilets around, and then you finally go to the toilet and it's just like the biggest relief? It was like that. It was just so good. With numbing cream, unfortunately it does change like the texture of your skin and how your skin behaves and all of that jazz, because it is like a moisturizing cream kind of deal. Like it's quite rich and thick. So unfortunately some tattoo artists do not like how it makes the skin work or behave. Some have said it makes it just too soft and soggy. Some tattoo artists have said that it makes your skin feel like a sponge. And some tattoo artists really do not mind it and say, no, there is absolutely no change, no difference whatsoever. So it depends per tattoo artist. Some will absolutely refuse to tattoo anyone that's had numbing cream put onto their skin before the tattoo, and some don't mind, and some are just like, you know what, if it gets you through the tattoo, then yeah, sure, we can use it. So from my experience, I've had it midway through a tattoo, and I've heard that it works a lot better when a tattoo has started and when the skin is broken. So it's best to apply it when you have had, you know, the line work done, which is the worst bit, unfortunately. Like, you can still put it on before a tattoo, but it won't be as effective as opposed to when you put it on after having some line work done or whatever. I've got some numbing cream here. This is actually my boyfriend Tom's numbing cream, but this is TKTX. This is probably one of the more popular ones. This is the same brand that Heidi used on my neck, and like I was saying, again, it is better to put it on when your skin is already broken. But should you not want to do that, the best way to apply it is to put it onto the tattooed skin area. And so I'm about to give myself a numb area for you guys. Where should I put this? I'll just put it on my arm here. So yeah, it comes in like a little metal tube like this. This isn't sponsored by the way or anything, I'm just using this one as an example because this is what I have. So say I was going to get my arm tattooed and I was like, you know what, I fancy some numbing cream in my life. I would put a thick globule onto my arm, and then you want it to apply it really thickly. So you just put it in like that. You probably would want it a lot more thicker than that, to be honest. To be honest, that is the worst place for me to give you an example because it's so dark. You're not going to be able to see it. But yeah, you kind of just smother it in there. You want it a thick layer. Yeah, you want it a thick 2 to 3 millimeter splodge wherever you may be getting tattooed. And then what you need to do is wrap it with cling film or saran wrap, whatever you call it. And the longer you leave it to settle into your skin, the better. So some people like 20 minutes, some people say an hour. Heidi left mine on for about 20 minutes and then it took full effect. But I imagine like if you left it longer, it would last longer. So you kind of just let it sit there and then the skin will be numb and you will not feel absolutely anything when you get tattooed. Or you might feel something, but it will be absolutely nothing compared to what you were feeling. And I personally believe it is best to start getting tattooed with no numbing cream and then do the numbing cream, because you'll feel that relief and you'll feel a complete difference. If you were to just start with numbing cream and you can still kind of feel the tattoo, you might get a bit disheartened. There might be a psychological effect with it, so you might just feel like, oh my god, like this is the worst thing ever, when in actual fact it might not be the worst thing ever. It's better to have pain and then nothing than to have mediocre. That makes sense. It says on here that you'll achieve 3 to 4 hours of absolute painlessness. If that's the word, painlessness, which I can vouch for. The biggest downside for me with numbing cream is that when it wears off, oh boy, it sucks, because the pain gets stronger and stronger and stronger and you're like, oh my god, is this ever gonna end? Which absolutely sucks. That is definitely a huge downside with numbing cream should you want to use it. If you're looking to use numbing cream, obviously you can buy it from pretty much anywhere. Amazon, eBay, the actual website for this one, which is the TKTX, they have an actual website. I believe also pharmacies sell it if you ask them. I don't know how you go about getting it through that way, because that's how my friends used to get it. They used to be like, oh, I got it from the pharmacy, and I'd be like, what? Like, how do you get hold of this numbing cream that people use? But I'm pretty sure they said something about pharmacy. Again, this was many years ago, so I don't know the full details on that, unfortunately, but you can definitely buy it from online, and I can definitely vouch for this brand. I don't know about other brands or anything like that, but I've obviously used this before. Well, the tattoo artist used it on me before. Let's talk about the stigma of numbing cream quickly. I definitely would have been one a few years ago, like before I started making content and stuff. I would be like, oh nah, I'm never gonna use numbing cream, fuck that, I can handle it. And again, like I've said before, like as I get older, tattoos seem to be a lot more painful. I'm kind of losing the will when it comes to getting tattooed now. So honestly, like numbing cream is not something I will shy away from anymore. Should I need it, I need to get both my knees tattooed, and I definitely think I will use numbing cream for that. I think I'll have the outline done first, then put the numbing cream on, and then continue the tattoo all in one session kind of deal. And should I get any more painful placements tattooed, I probably would use it. I'd say numbing cream is definitely good for long day sessions. You know, if you're midway through and you're like, oh my god, I feel like giving up, I definitely think like a little bit of numbing cream can really boost your willpower. It definitely did for me with my neck tattoo. I definitely was so close to tapping out. I wanted to stop, but the big guns come out, the numbing cream, and I felt fine. And I was like, you know what, I could be here till 12 AM. I'm fine. Like, it really does help. And you know, like, it shouldn't be a competition of who can handle the most pain or anything like that. Like, if you can't handle tattoo pain, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like, tattoos suck, getting tattooed suck, and you know, some people are like, well, just don't get tattooed then. Like, no, why should you limit what you can do with your body because someone is saying, no, don't get tattooed because you can't handle the pain? Like, why not make your life easier? Like, life is hard enough as it is. If there's something there to make your life easier, why not take it? Do you know what I'm saying? That goes for a lot of things. But yeah, I would definitely say, like, don't feel ashamed if you have numbing cream, and don't let any tattoo artist tell you you're a baby for using numbing cream also. Like, if you get a shitty tattoo artist that's like, no, I don't want to use that, like, just handle the pain, like, oh my god, that's just a shitty attitude. If they say, no, I prefer if you didn't use it because I don't like the way it makes the skin act when I tattoo, that's a very valid answer, that's fine. But don't go to someone that's been shitty about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, tattoos suck. And they should know that. But yeah, I would definitely say, saying that, I feel like numbing cream would be super pointless to use should you be getting a very small tattoo, a tattoo that only takes like 15 minutes or something like that. You know, sure, if you want to use it, absolutely, whatever, but I feel like it's one of those things that it's there is sort of like a comfort thing, like something you lean on when times are getting hard. So I definitely advise using it for a longer session rather than a small one. And I guess my only other advice is just to make sure you ask the tattoo artist that is doing your tattoo first. Just send them an email or a message or however you got in contact with the tattoo artist to begin with and say, hey, I don't have the best pain tolerance, this is a long session or whatever, is there any way I'll be able to bring some numbing cream with me to use at some point during the session, or can I use it beforehand, what would you prefer? And stuff like that. It's just better to be open and honest, because a tattoo artist will be able to tell if you have used numbing cream, or they'll be like, have you over moisturized, or they'll be able to tell there's something off about your skin. Not off, but different. That's pretty much all you can do. And yeah, I don't think I've got anything to add on to that. If you do have any questions, just comment down below. I can always do like a Q&A, or I can just answer your questions, or other people can answer your questions that have used numbing cream. That would be really good if you guys put your experiences down below, so we can all get other people's experiences. Sometimes numbing cream just doesn't work for people, and sometimes it works very well for people. Again, everyone's different, so it'll be nice to know other people's experiences with numbing cream should you have used it. And yeah, I hope you're all safe and well, and until my next video, bye.